Well, hey there. What's that? You want to know how to find the surface area of a cylinder? You're in luck. That's what we're going to do today. So we are going to be looking at the surface area of cylinders. So let's just look at a cylinder really quickly. Cylinder, of course, is a round at each end, like a tube. And if I pull this orange part out of here, we can actually take a look at what the surface area of a cylinder would look like. So if I were to unfold this, we have a rectangle with two circles. So if we want to find the surface area, you need to find the surface area of your two circles and this long rectangle, which actually folds up into a tube. So let's look at how that is done. Okay, so here's our cylinder. Let's say that our cylinder had a height of 10 inches and a radius of 4 inches. That's actually all you need to know to find the surface area. So, if we were to unfold this, our two circles are identical. So if we want to find the area of the circle, so surface area, one circle is pi r squared. Okay, we've done area of circles before, but there's two of them. So let's just double that. Now, here's the trickier part. We know that it's 10 inches this way, but this way. This is a little bit trickier. If we think about this, when this was folded up, this would have been the distance from here all the way around to here, which is what? That's the circumference. So if we took the height times the circumference, we would have the area of this. Now, the circumference is diameter times pi. Let me write that again. Diameter times pi. Now, we already have this part in terms of radius, so let's replace diameter with how it relates to the radius. Hopefully we all remember that the radius is half the diameter. So to get the diameter, take the radius times 2. So this would be 2 times pi times the radius. 2 times the radius is the diameter. We've got pi right here. So if we want to do this part, it's going to be 2 times pi times the radius times your height. Okay? So let's add that up here. Plus 2 times pi times the radius times the height. Okay? So this is your somewhat complicated formula to find the surface area of circles. This first part is to get, of cylinders. This first part is to get your two circles. Second part is to get the tube part that we unrolled into this big rectangle. Okay, so let's do an example. Actually, we already have the example right here. So let's plug in our numbers. So 2 times 3.14 times our radius is 4 squared. So that's this part right here. Plus 2 times pi times the radius. Oops, let me replace pi with 3.14. Times the radius times our height, which is 10. This is where calculators come in handy. So this first part, 2 times 3.14 times 4 squared, so 4 times 4 is 100.48 plus over here 2 times 3.14 times 4 times 10, 251.2. And if we add those two numbers together, we get a surface area of 351.68 square inches. Surface area is an area, it's not a volume, so it's not cubic inches, it's square inches. Okay, so this is your formula to find the surface area of a cylinder. It is a little complicated, but you really only need two measurements. You need your radius and you need your height. Please be careful, some of your examples may have diameter divided in half to get your radius. Okay, let's do one more example. Okay, let's say that this has a height of 4 feet and a diameter of 10 feet. Okay, so to find your surface area, we're going to follow this formula. So surface area equals 2 times 3.14 times the radius squared. Now, what's the radius? I gave you diameter, so the radius would be half of that, or 5. So 5 squared, or 5 times 5, plus 2 times 3.14 times the radius times the height. Height is 4. Okay, so let's multiply each of these parts out separately. 2 times 3.14 times 5 times 5. This first part is 157. Over here, 2 times 3.14 times 4 times 5 times 4. Oops. 125.6. And we're going to add those together. 282.6 square feet. Okay, so this is how to find the surface area of a cylinder. Again, it's a little bit on the complicated side. Make sure we have that written down and ready to go. Surface area is 2 times pi times the radius squared plus 2 times pi times the radius times the height.